William Shakespeare, Bucharest, 3rd February 1966. William Shakespeare, English playwright. Light gray with white points, white collar and shoulders, triangle, layer 4. Veronica, he is elderly, tall, handsome, with 2 deep lines between his eyebrows and 2 deep recesses in his hairline. There is nobility and dignity about him. He has something free and majestic within him, like one who depends on no one and nothing. He is dressed in a distinctive garment, with a high collar around his neck, a coat reaching to his knees, fastened with many buttons and fitted at the waist. I cannot tell whether he is wearing trousers or stockings. It almost seems they go directly into the boots he is wearing. His garment is a greenish color. I greeted him. Shakespeare, may the one whom you have asked to come among you clothe you in the light of knowledge, place upon your heads the helmet of understanding, and spread before you a field worthy of cultivation. We already know one another. I thank you for the esteem you have for me, and for the appreciation and love with which you surround my name. What thoughts do I still have? What questions do you wish to know? Man, the most precious living creature that moves upon this globe. Yet because of his ignorance and his reckless pride, how easily he strikes against that beautiful choice which is perfection. Shakespeare, I seek to understand, and often my thoughts travel so far that I forget to speak what I am thinking. Yes, man does not know his own worth. He does not strive to discover his true value. Out of laziness, nothing can result except contempt and decline in every respect. Yes, I have always looked upon the chaos that exists on earth. I am not merely astonished, I am shaken. I asked myself, why? Why does this globe continue to turn? Why are people still born upon it? And here I was given this answer. This little sphere is not without a master. It is not without a master. But the one who governs the earth cannot alter the laws, and therefore allows it to continue turning until its appointed day. What troubled me most during my earthly life was that man seemed to possess far too much freedom, and appeared to be left too much to chance. And I was answered, even while I still lived on earth, and now I see it clearly. It is precisely through this freedom that values become evident. If people choose not to discover their purpose, their meaning, or their calling, the fault is entirely their own. George, but did you never ask yourself what purpose there was in creating mankind, if so much evil has come into the world through him? Shakespeare. That very question caused me to withdraw deeply into myself. Reading history, I saw that from the very first human beings, there had been hatred, misunderstanding, and disaster. And I asked, what was the purpose of creating man? He differs from the animals because he possesses reason. And yet, there are perhaps animals that surpass man in discipline, loyalty, and instinct. Receiving no answer, I sought one myself. But I found only disasters and misery. I rebelled bitterly against the Creator. But then I turned inward, and found peace through an example that every mortal can understand. If 2 parents bring forth a child, possessing every quality of wickedness, hatred, murder, theft, lust, and all the things that drag humanity downward, what fault belongs to the mother or the father? The source of his evil deeds lies within the inheritance from which those deeds spring. The mother is merely the oven in which the bread is baked. If the dough itself has been spoiled, then naturally no one will wish to eat the bread that comes from it. George, did the Creator not know that such people would come into existence? Why did he create them? Shakespeare. Here we come to the central question. The Creator creates nothing imperfect, but the planetary laws act through their own specific phenomena, through their disastrous functions, altering the color and luminosity of spirits. These laws change almost everything, causing the spirit to clothe itself in the characteristics of the environment into which it is born. George, but who made these planetary laws so destructive if they are capable of changing one's color, one's thinking, and one's spiritual light? Shakespeare. I no longer know. George. Not even now? Shakespeare. Not even now can I understand. I continually search for an answer, yet I cannot find one, and so I retreat once again into myself. George. So you still struggle with the very same questions you had while on earth? Shakespeare. Yes. These questions concerning the existence of evil became deeply rooted within me. They left a permanent mark upon my nature. I was an honest man. In my writings I tried to present these problems, but I never found a solution, not on earth and not here. George, has all your meditation and contemplation not brought you greater light? Shakespeare, my constant activity gave me inner satisfaction and prevented me from becoming trapped among the countless questions that occupied my mind. I remained continually active and always hidden. George, why? Because through my pen I lashed society. I stepped aside from the storm until it had passed. It passed without harming me. Then calm weather returned once more. George, there is a theory that your real name was different, and that the name Shakespeare actually belonged to someone else. Is that true? Shakespeare, indeed, my real name is different. Shakespeare was the name I chose under which I published my works. George, where were you when we called you? Shakespeare, in Layer 4, that is where I dwell. I lack nothing there. Everything is very good. George, except answers to your questions. Shakespeare, exactly, that is all. Can you not call higher spirits to explain these things to you? These questions trouble only me. You cannot alter the laws governing earth. You cannot abolish disasters or suffering. Even if someone answered them, what would really change? George, Veronica, what color are his garments? Veronica, I cannot describe the color. I cannot name it. It is neither green nor blue. It is something blended, indefinable. Shakespeare, let me tell you, it is the color I loved throughout my entire life, the color of thought, the color of understanding. This color represents the struggle of thought. George, would you show us your spiritual foundation? A very, very light gray. Around his neck and shoulders are large white points. Over his heart, there is a triangle. Shakespeare, the triangle represents the connection I had with the immortal world during my earthly life. George, were you a medium? I sought to know. Knowledge was revealed to me. With sustained effort, I succeeded. George, did you actually see? But I was constantly whispered to. I recognized assistance in my writing, an intervention within my thoughts and ideas. I sensed the presence of someone possessing a very high spiritual stature, yet who never revealed himself to me. The moment I laid aside my earthly body, he introduced himself. We embraced and departed together. He had been a great Egyptian thinker, one who had struggled with exactly the same thoughts and questions that occupied my own mind. George, is he still with you? Shakespeare, no, he is not from Layer 4, but he visits me often. His name is Xenocles. He is a great thinker. He belongs to Layer 6. George, why does he no longer incarnate on Earth? Shakespeare, there is nothing left for him to accomplish there. The conditions do not exist. I once suggested that he intervene, that the two of us return together, incarnate in the same country, and work side by side. He replied, no, there is neither room nor suitable conditions for us to work. Earth offers conditions far too miserable for genuine creation. Besides, the time has not yet come. Hot winds will sweep across the earth. Heaven itself will intervene to change its laws and put an end to disasters, suffering, and misery. We shall remain here until new general decisions are made. George, so you also have never returned to Earth? Shakespeare, no, since then I have never returned. George, and besides all this, what occupies your time? Shakespeare, I walk, I observe, I reflect, I ask questions. Not to people, because they do not know how to answer. The plants answer most beautifully. I asked permission to visit Layer 3, the nursery of divinity for the purified earth. There are children there in whom you can perceive an extraordinary depth. Through them, you see much. They appear as children, yet in the number of their years, they are ancient. Among them I do not encounter the many varieties of people, nor the accumulated longings that still exist in Layer 4. My teacher once told me, my son, even in the happiest realm of divinity you will never find complete rest, because you always desire to penetrate ever deeper. And that much is vast, very vast, and difficult to comprehend. He also told me something else. He said that even the Creator himself does not know the limits of this universe, because he himself exists within it and is subject to the laws governing that immensity. The Creator himself originated from marvelous particles, and life itself is an endless coming and going of marvelous particles. George, and what else did he tell you? I enjoy hearing the way your Xenocles speaks. Shakespeare, invite me again another time. Do you know the story of the beginning? Shakespeare, more or less. George, What about Xenotechels? Surely he knows it. Perhaps he could tell it to us. Shakespeare. He does know. Invite both of us. His full name is Callistes Xenotechels Dirama. When you find the proper time, good night. Shakespeare. May the one whom you serve bless you. And I thank you for the love you have shown toward me. Veronica. He has withdrawn.